Goes around the net. Cyclones look to cycle it back down. He gets it all the way through. Across the other boards, and that one's deflected out in front. Now here's a foot race. One by the Cyclones, tries to hand that one down. He can't get it to go. Picked up by the Bronchos. And is dumped in by the Cyclones, picked up by Henson, and he'll hold on to it. Looking at this Central Oklahoma roster, it seems like they have a lot of guys who, you know, aren't particularly from the States. They have a lot of Canadian-born players here, just like Josh Henson himself from Port Moody, British Columbia. He's come a long way to play hockey in Oklahoma. And that one is won by the Bronchos, and they'll dump that one all the way down. And it looks like that'll be an icing. Iowa State's looking forward to this series. They have 2 losses on the belt. I mean, they 2 weekends ago, they played Northern Illinois, swept them. Great series there. If you have not seen that, you should definitely go and watch that series. It was fantastic. But last weekend was a little rough against Waldorf. Let's see if they can recover. And the puck is kept in by the Cyclones. Looks to keep that one in. Shot that's deflected into the corner. Picked up by Central Oklahoma. They look to dump that one out. Can't get it all the way out, and now they do. It is picked up by an Iowa State defender. Tips that one all the way in, and they'll get a line change. Henson comes out of his crease to play the puck, gives it off his defender. He'll skate it out of his zone. If can't find an open man, he'll keep skating it. Carries across the blue line. Loses the control of the puck, and now here comes Iowa State back down the other way. Looks for the shot, and that one goes off the blocker and wide. And they'll pick it up. Cyclones look to keep it in, can't control it, and that one will go all the way out into their own end. Looks to regroup, can't connect the pass. And now the Cyclones give a turnover, the shot, and it's saved by Penny, and they score! Central Oklahoma strikes first. And this is a bad turnover here by the Cyclones. I mean, just not what you want to see. You're trying to get it out of your zone. You deflect it straight to them. They get a good opportunity. Penny makes a good, fantastic first save, and then just isn't able to capitalize on the second one. And it looks like the first goal scorer of the night is Sebastian Duce for the Bronchos. And that one is deflected all the way back down into the Broncho zone. Pass deflected, picked up by the Cyclones. Tries to wrap it around the net, puts on the brakes, loses his feeding, passes it, and now it's picked up by Central Oklahoma, but they turn it over into their own end, and now they're, looks like it's a delayed penalty on the Cyclones. So it looks like Central Oklahoma's gonna head to the power play. Might be a high sticking call, not entirely certain. It is a high sticking call. And that is number 8, Frank Kula. Sorry about that. Who's going to the box. And let's see what the Cyclone penalty kill can do. A little hook behind the net, nothing called there. That one's hit off the net and is deflected all the way back down. Central Oklahoma has been kind of, but not really too effective on their power plays. They've been 7 for 41 on the season, so only 17%. So let's see if they can do something here as he walks it, passes it down to the top, passes it up to the top of the point, looks over across the other side, puts on the brakes, can't get much to go, loses it, and now it's dumped all the way back down by the Cyclones. So to continue off what I was saying, so Central Oklahoma's only been 2 for 22. That's only 9% on the power play away. Meanwhile, ISU's been very effective. They have been 70% overall on the penalty kill, 84% at home. So let's see if they can keep that going. They look like they out advantage Central Oklahoma, and they take a shot, and then one goes off a Penny. That one's given right back to a Central Oklahoma player. Loses it, gets it along the boards, passes it up to his quarterback to the top of the circle. He kind of holds on to it, looks again to the top of the point, looks for the one-timer, and that couldn't get all the way through. Looks for the other man, looks for the one-timer, they score! Carter D'Amelio scores on the one-timer for Central Oklahoma. Good passing back and forth, using the top of their points, draws a defender low, gets that one-timer. Just an easy goal there. I mean, just draw both forwards down. And an easy opportunity for them to score. Not ideal for what Iowa State is looking for. They were looking hot first few minutes. Falling into a little bit of a slump. Central Oklahoma with all the momentum. And that one's dumped back down into their end. They like to carry this one out, passes it to his point, he'll just dump that one around, ring it around the boards. Tries to pass, and that one goes all the way up to the point. Iowa State looking to move it around, and another shot that's saved by Penny. not the ideal start by Penny or the Cyclones. Penny's led up 2 goals on 5 shots. Let's see if he can change that momentum throughout this period and for the rest of this game. You know, it hasn't been entirely on him. It's been partly on his team's overall play, but you know, it hits his numbers. It hurts his numbers a lot. And let's see what he can do to carry his team and what the team can do for him. And the draw will be in the Iowa State defensive zone. Hender looks like he'll take it. And he wins that draw. Goes behind the net. Iowa State looks to move it out of their zone. A little 2-on-1 in their defensive end, and it looks like they'll be able to break it out. Hender will carry it out himself and just will dump that one on net. That will go into the corner. He can't find it, loses control, and they'll just wrap it all the way around. Look to keep it in. And the Cyclones do. They keep it around the Central Oklahoma zone. And now they pick it up, and they will carry it out. Open man, and just passes missing all around, but Central Oklahoma is able to dump that one in into the Cyclones' end, and Penny will pick it up behind the net. Tries to get that one out, and it does, but he misses his teammate in the process. And Central Oklahoma trying to do some work, just trying to continuously regroup here until they can get something out. And they'll just, Iowa State will pick that one up and dump it back down. They'll go for a line change, puts the pressure on. No one knows where the puck is, it's in the corner. Central Oklahoma looks to find it, can't connect all the way, and the Cyclones will pick it up in their own end. Circles around his net and dumps it back to his teammate. He tries to dump that one out, and that one's going out in front of the net. Almost a good opportunity there for Central Oklahoma. And they will dump it back out. And Central Oklahoma try to do some work and will get it into the zone. Passes it out, can't get all the way through. Kula will pick up the puck. Passes it to the top of the point, that one will go all the way out, forcing Central Oklahoma to regroup. Passes it all the way across the zone. And that one is deflected down into their zone. Dumped all the way back down, and the Cyclones will put the forecheck on. The Bronchos trying to carry it in their own zone, struggling a little bit, carries it out in front of his net, and cycles back down. Kept in by the Bronchos and able to be picked off by the Cyclones. Takes a shot, and that one's swallowed up by Henson. So far, shots have been pretty equal here tonight so far. 4 for the Cyclones, 5 for the Bronchos. Just the Bronchos have been fortunately able to actually capitalize on their opportunities. They've had really good shot quality. Cyclones have been just putting the shot on net. Nothing really too, close to the net. They're trying to battle. They need to work on battling in front of that net. And this face-off will be along the right-hand boards. And Hender looks like he'll take it. Draw is won by the Cyclones, passes it up to the point, passes it over D to D. Can't get that shot all the way through. Hender tries to take a shot as deflected. Takes another opportunity, and that one goes wide. Hender at the top tries to carry it back down. He does. He's able to pick it back up along the boards. Pass it out in front. Can't get it all the way through. Good defending by the Bronchos, but even better forecheck by the Cyclones as they keep this one in. Looking for an open man, gets it up to the top, passes it up to his D. Hugh takes a long shot, and that one just goes wide. Down along the boards, and that one's wrapped all the way back around. And the Bronchos are able to clear that one out. Looking for a line change themselves as the Cyclones look to regroup. Waits for his defender, drops the pass. Waits for an open man, passes this up to a point. And he'll just dump that one all the way down, and that will be an icing. And the draw is won by the Bronchos, and that one's deflected off the the boards, takes a funny bounce, but the Cyclones are able to capitalize on it. And that one's deflected all the way down. Cyclones take a shot, and that one's swallowed up by Henson. I mean, again, the shot department has been pretty equal for both sides. It's just the quality of the shot that is taken. Right there is a good shot. Sometimes you just wish you had a man out in front to screen the goaltender or even tip that puck in. That is what Central Oklahoma has been doing very effectively so far. They've had a man out in front, and that one takes a shot wide. To go back, they've been having open men in front of the net who could take who could tip or screen the goaltender, which has been kind of their advantage here tonight so far. Let's see if the Cyclones can do that for themselves. As that one seems to go all the way down, no icing, and the Cyclones look to regroup. Nobody's there, missed pass, but is able to still get it. Here comes an opportunity, slammed into the boards, and is picked up by Central Oklahoma. They look to carry it across the blue line, drops it off for his offenseman, and that one's wrapped all the way back around. And Iowa State looks to take this one out, just takes a shot, and it goes off the pad. Deflected out to a Broncho. Kept in by the Cyclones, though. They get an offensive line change here. Broncho's doing anything to clear this one out so they can get a line change, and that one's kept in again. Another shot on net, and that one's deflected down into the corner, misses the puck. But there's a Cyclone there to pick it up, and that one's out front. Can't get it all the way to go, and the puck is still in the zone, but it's picked up by our Broncho. Now we got a 2-on-1 back down the other way. Pass that couldn't get all the way through, and what a great opportunity there for Central Oklahoma and the Cyclones. The puck is moving very rapidly. Switching between both ends. Both teams getting opportunities here within the last few minutes. That one's chipped out in front, and is picked up by a Cyclone, drops it off at the point, picks it back up himself, and it'll go back down all the way to the Central Oklahoma zone. That one's tipped in, but picked up by a Cyclone who cycle it through the middle of the ice. He'll carry it in himself, tries to dangle, can't get it all the way through. Still fighting for it, though, in the offensive zone. Good forecheck there, and now the Cyclones look to keep it in as that one wraps around the other side of the boards. And they're able to get that one out. Looks for the open man. He goes cross ice, and he's just going to look to dump that one through, and that doesn't get far. But it's picked up by a Broncho player and wrapped around the Cyclones' defensive zone. Picked up along the boards. Lots of battling here. And it's picked up by a Broncho, but turned back over by a Cyclone. He'll just dump that one out, and it'll go down the end of the ice. No icing, though, as the forecheck has arrived there for the Cyclones. Looking to get a line change, but the Bronchos looking to move the puck back up through the other side of the zone, and that is back turned over. And they look to regroup now. Forecheck coming, that pass missed, and now go all the way down for an icing. We're going to look back here at the missed opportunity here for Central Oklahoma. I mean, look at this. Great 2-on-1. What a better stop by the defenseman to block that pass from getting through. That is what you want to see. You want to see your defenseman step in, block that pass, and that could have been a 3-0 lead. But it's prevented, and that puck is now deflected up and out of play. And now the offensive draw for the Cyclones. Let's see if they can capitalize on this face-off win. And they will win this draw. Still along the boards at the top of the point. 2 Cyclones, 2 Bronchos. Puck comes out, tries to go D to D, and he'll just get that one through, but it goes wide. And they look to find a teammate, but he can't. So the Bronchos are able to pick that one back up, and he's able to break it out. Into the offensive zone, does a little deke, skates around the net. Looks for his defenseman. He'll keep skating. He'll just turn around and dump that one back down. Cyclones pick that puck up, chips it out, and that will go back down into the Cyclones' end. As they hold on to it, look for an open man. He finds him, makes a cross pass, is picked up by Central Oklahoma. Goes D to D, finds his man, skates it, just dumps it in, and here comes the forecheck. Puck missed and was picked up by the Bronchos, broken back out though. We got a one-on-one opportunity. Good defensive play there to stop that opportunity. And oh, an almost breakaway would have been a one-on-one or a breakaway for the Cyclones. And the Bronchos just dumped that puck down. But the Cyclones are able to pick it back up and they lose it. Now they're able to get control of it again. Skates, holds it. That one goes out in front. Took an awkward bounce there. Good opportunity for Central Oklahoma, and they'll take a shot, and Penny will swallow that one up. So you look back here, he takes the shot. Good swallow up. He kind of dribbled the puck a little bit, able to maintain the save. But Penny has been playing phenomenal. In my opinion, he's been playing great all night. And sure, he's let up 2 goals, but you got to give him credit. There's an opportunity for the Cyclones. And that one's hold on by Henson. But to go back to what I was saying, I mean, Pitney's been playing great. I mean, he's let up 2 goals. They took some awkward bounces. Some of it was, the defensive end play. But he's been playing great, and so has Henson. Both goaltenders have been on their heads here tonight, starting off this game. I mean, the first 15 minutes, we've seen 12 shots, 6 apiece. It's been some great hockey. As Frank Kula will take this offensive draw for the Cyclones. And he loses that one. So Central Oklahoma wraps it around the boards, tries to get that one out. It is kept in. Surprised they called that an offsides. That looked in from our view. And now they are good. They are onside. And that one is dumped all the way down and is going to be no icing. That icing is waved off by the hustle of a Broncho. And here we go. We got a 2-on-1 opportunity that's picked off. And is picked back up by Central Oklahoma. And they look to hold on to it. Both teams getting line changes. And just looks to chip that one out. But it is picked up by a Cyclone. He'll skate it around. Looks to carry it in. Takes a shot that's deflected and up into the netting. This would have been a great 2-on-1 opportunity. I mean, you see the back check, good back check there. Would have liked to have seen a little saucer pass maybe over the stick. Maybe a little sauce tape to tape or just a little forward pass. But just overall good defense by the Broncos to keep that one out. That would have been a great opportunity for the Cyclones. So that one's dumped all the way down. That one will be an icing. Another offensive draw for the Cyclones. They've been doing pretty good so far on offensive draws. We'd like to just see them start to execute some plays after them and get a shot on net. Give it up to your point. Give it up. Henders taking the draw. You got some players, and that one will be offsides. But to go back to my point, you could get it up to your D. You give it up to the guy who's at the top of the circle. You get someone quick to the net. Take a shot. You screen the goalie. Got yourself a 2-1 hockey game at that point. But for now, we're sitting at 2-0 in favor of Central Oklahoma. And that draw is won by the Cyclones. Takes a shot, and it's a glove save by Henson. Just a good face-off draw there. Picks it up. Nice little shakes up the defender there. We'd like to see him use his speed, kind of go around the defender if he could. But good way to shake up the defender. Good shot. Eventually one of these pucks are going to go in as Hender wins that one, but that goes all the way back down to the Cyclone end. They look to regroup in their end. Skates it around, dumps it back to his defender, and he'll skate it out now. Passes it up to his point, and he'll just chip that one out. He's got all the momentum, and that pass doesn't go all the way through. And now here come the Bronchos back the other way. Looks to dangle a little bit. There's a man out front, and it's picked off by the Cyclones. Now they got the momentum heading back down the other way. Now we got a breakaway opportunity. Takes a shot, he scores! Matthew Mahoney! And the Cyclones split the deficit in half. Great opportunity, great pass right there. Splits the defenders, nobody's there. Mahoney just goes right over the blocker side. What a fantastic play there. This is exactly what the Cyclones wanted and needed here late in the first period. As the draw is tied up at center ice, Cyclones are able to get a hold of it. Back down into the Cyclones' end. And he gets that puck, but is blocked away by a Broncho. A little checking there. Another hit. Huge hit there. And the Bronchos get a shot, and that one goes right over. Man, this has been some intense hockey recently. As we look at this opportunity here. Puck goes out. Nice little hit there. Both go down. Huge hit there, but a good opportunity. Penny tries to play it a little bit. Goes out. Bronchos get it. Shoots that one way over the netting. But now we got a defensive end draw. And that one is won by the Cyclones. He's able to pick that one up and carry it out. Skates wide. Waits for a teammate, and he's tripped up, but no call. And the Cyclones still have it in their own end. Cycles back around, finds his teammate behind the net. Loses control of the puck. And now it is picked up by the second Broncho. Here comes the forecheck. Pushes and keeps that one back in. And behind the net, they still battle. And the Bronchos looking to keep the puck, or trying to get the puck out, I should say, sorry. And now it's kept in back in by the Cyclones. That one's fanned on. And they'll just chip that one out to get a line change. The Cyclones look to move it out fast. And here's an opportunity with the shot, and that one just goes wide off the glass. That one's kept back in, though. And the Cyclones there. Takes a quick, weird bounce. Hits the side of the net. And it's still the Cyclones' puck as he tries to get one out to his teammate, charging towards the net, but is turned over, and now back down the other way. Here's a chip pass. 2-on-1 opportunity. That one goes down in front. A good stick by Penny. And there is going to be icing waved off there as the Cyclone was there before the puck, or before the defender got to the puck. And it is kept in. Looks for the open man. Finds his teammate. He scores! Sam Eaton! What a nasty goal! Are you kidding me? The Cyclones tie it up at 2. What a gross shot. Sam Eaton's 4th goal in the season. We look back at that one. Little whiff pass there. Takes the shot, kind of goes far bar down. What a nasty goal to tie this one up. And now the Cyclones moving. They are buzzing here in this first period. As here's another opportunity. Cycles and waits for a teammate. Can't get that one all the way through. And the Cyclones have picked that one up. And now we got a 3-on-3 opportunity. That one just goes right over the glass and is kept in. Back behind the net, there's a Cyclone, waits for his teammate to come out in front. That's picked off. Tries to go for the hit and misses the puck. And they just look to chip that one in, and it's tipped in. And here comes the forecheck. And that was going to be offsides, so Cyclones have to tag up. Defender holds onto it, goes D to D. Goes cross ice to his winger, who will carry the puck in. Tries to take a shot, and that one's saved off by Penny. And the puck goes all the way back around. And there's chipped up, but is whiffed on by a Broncho. And the Cyclones will hold on to it. Try to keep it keep possession, and that one's turned over. Bronchos at the point. Tries to chip that one all the way in, and he shoots, he scores! Took a weird bounce out in front, and now it's a 3-2 lead again for Central Oklahoma. Carter D'Amelio, that is his second goal of the night. Takes a weird backhanded opportunity. Penny makes the save, bounces out in front. He's just skating by, picks up the loose change. And now we got a 3-2 hockey game with 42 left to go here in the first. And the Cyclones will win that one. They go D to D trying to move the puck out. Tries to chip it in and can't get it all the way through. Now we got an opportunity. Hender shots and goes wide. And an opportunity back down the other way for the Bronchos. They keep the puck in, tries to go out in front, and he misses the pass, but now here's an opportunity for the Cyclones. Takes a weird bounce, still bouncing weird. Shot, and that one goes wide. 8 seconds left on the clock here in the first. Can they get one last opportunity? Looks for the open man, drops the pass, and that will do it for the end of the first. 3-2 in favor of the Bronchos as we head in to the first intermission. We'll be back in just a brief moment. Welcome back, folks, to the second period of Iowa State versus Central Oklahoma. If you missed the first period, Central Oklahoma is leading 3-2. Goal scorers are Carter D'Amelio, who scored twice in the first, along with Sebastian Duce for the Bronchos. And for your Iowa State Cyclones, it was Sam Eaton and Matthew Mahoney. As the second period is now underway, as that one is wrapped around the Cyclone end. They look to pick it up and dump it out, and it's stuck along the boards. Again, 2 Cyclones, 2 Bronchos, and that one is back up to the point. Cyclone's able to pick it up, dumps it around for his other defenseman, tries to chip it out to his point. And another battle in the corner. And that one is picked up by a Bronchos defense and dumped all the way wrapped around the boards. Iowa State loses a stick and is picked up, a little slash there, and now is out into the other end. And that is going to be offside. Would have been a good opportunity right there. Just tie this game up for Iowa State. Instead, it is an offsides. But so far here in the game, Iowa State has led in the shot department 12-9. They've executed a lot of shots. Now, would I say quality shots? Not exactly, but shots on net are shots on net nonetheless. You're bound to get one lucky bounce. And the Bronchos actually had a lucky bounce earlier, which is what gave them the lead. But here come the Cyclones, and he takes a shot, and that one's saved by Henson. What a good shot opportunity up into the armpit. As we look back at that, takes a little shot almost right through the arm. He's able to squeeze that blocker arm, hold on to it. And another great shot opportunity for the Cyclones early here in the second, as that one's won by the Bronchos, and now we'll go back around the other end. And the Cyclones dump that one back down as that rings around the boards. And this race is won by a Cyclone. Picks it out in front. Still trying to battle for it. A little bit of a hooking, but no call there. Oh, and there is going to be a call. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty on Central Oklahoma. Number 5, that is, Mitchell Wilson will head to the box. Missed the call. But what if I had to take a guess, I would say it was a holding. And now the Cyclones are back on the power play. First power play opportunity here tonight. 25% on the power plays here at home. 18% in total. And that 14% is on the road. But let's see if the Cyclones can execute something on this power play to tie the game up. As he chips it back up to the point, back up to the top of the circle. Takes a shot, that one's deflected through. Cyclone's able to hold on to it and tries to cycle around the net. 2 versus 1, the Cyclones try to pitch that one out, and they do. Passes it across the ice, and that one's tipped. Still kept in by the Cyclones, and he just looks to try to get that one back down deep. Isn't able to. Puck is still along the boards near the top of the point. And that one will come out. Cyclones look to regroup on the power play. Takes it behind his own net. Waits to draw the forechecker. As that, he'll take a line change. Tries to go for a long pass. Skates it. Will skate wide. Looks for the open man. Passes it across the ice. Looks for the top guy. Passes it up to the other point. Waits for the one-timer. He just will throw it around. Holds on to it, skates it, passes it down low, goes across the circle all the way up to the top, takes a shot, and that one goes wide. Can't get a full opportunity, and that one will go wide as well. As Hender will dump that one back down, and a penalty on the Cyclones. Interference call. We're gonna have a brief 4-on-4 for 35 seconds. Dylan Hender will go to the box for the Cyclones. This is not what you want to see. Your primary goal scorer is, look, we took a look at that opportunity right there from the top takes a shot, goes all the way through, misses the net, but that is what you want to see. This is what we were talking about earlier. Having that open man out in front. You want to screen the goalie, and that's what he did. The goaltender didn't even really notice it. If he could have gotten a tip on it, that would have been a nice goal. But now we're on 4-on-4 hockey. 17-15 in the second. This puck is in the Iowa State zone as he takes the draw and wins it. And he puts on the brakes and is looking to break this one out. Passes it up. And chips that one in. And now it's all the way through into the Central Oklahoma zone. Up to the point. Waits a little bit. Skates it down low. Puts on the brakes. Skates through the middle of the ice. Tries to dangle. Can't get all the way through, but is picked up by a Cyclone. Tries to take a shot. That one's tipped. And Central Oklahoma looks to get that one out. A little collision there. And now here's a 2-on-1 opportunity as he takes a shot and that one goes wide. Bunch of players loose down on the ice, and here's an opportunity as we're back to 5-on-4 in favor of Central Oklahoma. And that one goes wide in the wraparound. That couldn't go. And the net is off. Fantastic save by Pinney. Look at that one-timer opportunity. Wide open net. Loose change. There's a guy behind that. Tries to pick it up for the wraparound. Pinney's already there for it. Back-to-back fantastic saves by William Pinney. This guy has been phenomenal all this season. I mean, I can't really think of any other words. This guy has been fantastic all year round for the Cyclones. Unfortunately though, he is 2-6-1 with an .894 save percentage. Before last weekend, his save percentage was through the roof. And that was shot deflected, and it goes up out of play. Banged up Penny in the head, but another great opportunity. And it looks like it'll be another offensive draw for the Bronchos. With 48 seconds left to go on this Dylan Hender penalty. And face-off is won, but then immediately lost. Broken stick for the Cyclones as they look to just try to, oh, and there's a tripping there, and there will be a call. Holding. It looks like holding will be the call. Number 12 for the Bronchos, Sam Sykes, will go to the box, I mean. We're back to 4-on-4 hockey for 34 seconds this time. And the Cyclones will finish with an advantage at the end of this 4-on-4. Haven't seen much 4-on-4 hockey this season for the Cyclones. Not sure about the Bronchos, but I'm sure they haven't seen much 4-on-4. So let's see, with all this open ice, who will take advantage of it? And they win the draw. And they'll go back down. The Bronchos will try to carry it as he gets a little push from behind in his own end. Picked up immediately by a Cyclone. That shot! Rebound! And is saved by Henson. As we take a look back at that last opportunity, look at a little turnover right there. 3 Cyclones against 1 Broncho. And it's an offensive draw. Trevor Slatt will take the draw as he wins that one. Shot goes right back into the point, and he's able to just get that one low. And he wraps it around the boards, hoping for a defender to pick it up, and he does. And he just trips that, throws that one back to another player, and they'll just dump that one out. Caught down by a Cyclone though, fans on it, carries back in, takes a shot, and that one's saved by Henson. Cyclones are on the power play now. You take a look back, picks up the puck there. Kind of looks like he's going to make a deke. Doesn't. Probably saw a shot opportunity. He took the shot, and it is saved by Henson. As Hender will take the draw. Loses it this time on the power play, and they ring it around the boards. They keep it in, though. Looks to slow it down a little bit. Looks to set up the power play. Back up to the top of the point. Passes back down to the circle. Up to the top of the circle. Back all the way up to the point. Walks it a little bit. Goes to the other point. Takes a shot. Hits some sticks, and it does not go all the way through, and is dumped back down to the Iowa State zone. The Bronchos look to get a line change. And the Cyclones will hold on to it for a little bit, looking to break this one out. And they do. They carry it back down into the Broncho zone is Hender. Tries to get it out in front, and his shot goes through, but is saved by Henson. It is picked up, tries to pass it back out. Looks for the one-timer, and that one's blocked. And now here's a breakaway opportunity for Central Oklahoma. No back checker. Shot is saved by Pinney. The Cyclones looking to settle this one back down. 14 seconds left on the power play. What can they do? And that one is just dumped in. And that is a no icing call. Penalty is expired. We're back to even strength. Chips that one. And is picked up, tries to tip it out in front. Couldn't get all the way through, but the Cyclones pick it up along the boards. Looks to hold on to it, loses control of it. Back out in front of the ice it goes. Picked up by an Iowa State defender. He looks for the one-timer, he scores! Riley Kress ties the game up at 3. What a beautiful one-timer. Great offensive turnover, picked up by the Cyclones. Riley Kress able to get that one-timer. He picks up his second goal of the season. As we look back at this, yeah, there it is. I mean, just a fantastic opportunity. Great play. Goaltender wasn't ready. And now the Cyclones have tied this game back up at 3 apiece. No penalty looks like it's going to be called as the puck is back down into the Broncho zone. Tries to give it back to his defender, and it can't get all the way through, and that legs it to zone, and a huge hit. Hit from behind. And it looks like Sam Sykes again is going to go to the box as we take a look back at this. Tries to break it out right there. Clear hit from behind, right at the head. He's lucky he didn't get more than a 2-minute. You cannot hit when you see numbers or letters from the back. That is one of the biggest no-nos in all of hockey. Still a problem after all these years of trying to prevent hit from behinds. Still seen, as shown right there, but the Cyclones are back on the power play. Let's see if they can take the lead now. And that one goes all the way back down. Forecheck by the Bronchos, but is broken out by the Cyclones, and they lose control of it. And that one's dumped all the way back down. Oh, and that goes all the way around from Pinney. Good stop by the defender to stop that puck from going on an open net. And the Cyclones look to break this one out on the power play as that will go all the way through and is picked up by Henson. Good offensive opportunity here for the Cyclones. Minute 28 left to go on this power play. Been 0 for 3 tonight. Let's see if they can get an opportunity right here, right now. And as for the series, this is a must-win for the Cyclones. If they want to get back into the rankings, into the standings, the division standings, these 2 games here this weekend are crucial. As here's an opportunity, a shot, and is picked up by Henson. What a glove save. It's a good shot opportunity for the Cyclones. Where's a good save by Henson. And the Cyclones look to do something on this power play. He's at the top of the top of the circle, passes it down to the bottom. Looks to cycle it, misses the cycle, and that will be brought out. And there will be a call now on the Cyclones. Ethan Pagel is now going to go to the box. Oh, sorry, Matthew Mahoney. Matthew Mahoney is going to go to the box for it. It's probably going to be a holding there. Yeah, he just kind of drags down the defender. Well, I guess you could say the offense, but he could have had a great opportunity. Central Oklahoma. And now the puck is brought back down into the ISU end for some more 4-on-4 hockey. We've seen a lot of it this period. A good amount of this period has been 4-on-4 hockey, and we got a good minute of it before Central Oklahoma will go back on the power play. There's an opportunity to save. What a save by Pinney. Stops the backdoor feed. Wow, what could have been a 4-3 game right now. Stopped by Pinney. Fantastic save. And another draw that is won by the Cyclones. They look to break this one out. Holds on to it. Tries to find an open man. Skates it instead. Finds the open ice, and he'll just carry it into the offensive zone. Skates it behind the net. Puts on the brakes. Loses it. Waits for a teammate who picks it up. Turn back over, and now here comes Central Oklahoma back down the other way. Looks for a breakaway opportunity. He scores! Breakaway goal. Robbie Reboger just splits the defense, gets it past. Nice little deke, goes backhand on Pinney, and he's able to get that one through. And now Central Oklahoma with a 4-3 lead. Again, another lead with some 4-on-4 hockey still left. And just a reminder, after this 4-on-4, they are still on the power play. As this one will be carried out by the Cyclones. Dumped in to the offensive end. And is broken and picked up by a Cyclone. Bouncing puck is one. Almost another breakaway opportunity. Waits off onside. A little backhander is saved by Pinney. The puck goes down into the corner. That's wrapped around for a Central Oklahoma player. He passes it up to the point. That one's kept in. Circles, waits, passes it down. Passes it back up to the point. Waits for the one-timer. Goes across. And right now, Central Oklahoma is on the power play. The 4-on-4 is over. They are back on the power play. Cyclones looking to kill this last 25 seconds of it. As they look to break it out, he just dumps it into the corner instead, and here comes the forecheck. Looks for his open man, skates it, walks with it across the other circle. Takes a shot, and he scores! Power play goal. Jeffrey Redman makes it a 5-3 lead now for the Bronchos. What a great power play goal there. Circles, waits. He's got the defender standing, screening his own goaltender. Pinney doesn't really see it, and it goes low glove side. Now we got a 2-goal lead again. And that one is swallowed up and held by Pinney. As we take another look back at that play, see, kind of just circles, doesn't even fake it. He looked like he was going to pass it to his defenseman, holds on to it instead, draws the defender in, takes a nice shot. Now it's a 2-goal lead. What can Iowa State do with the last 10 minutes here in the second and heading into the third period? The momentum has to shift. As they look to dump this one, is a shot. It was saved by Henson. And a little bit of a hook there, but nothing is called. And it's turned over and picked up by a Cyclone, kind of dangling with it. Carries it behind the net. Tries to find the open man, loses control of it. Still held on. Shot, that's blocker saved. Still held into the zone. Looks to dump it down, and he does. Finds the Cyclone to pick it up, and he'll ring it around. Skates around to the top. Glove save by Henson. Another fantastic opportunity here. The shots are coming. The shots are there. They're just not when the goalie is screened. You want to try to screen him or try to find a blocker shot. Glove shot sometimes not ideal. The one-timers have been working fantastic all night for the Cyclones. Like to see them try to use more of that if possible. But they are currently still leading in the shot department, 22-14, as there is an icing on Central Oklahoma that will head back down into their defensive end. This could be a good opportunity for the Cyclones to pick it up, potentially score, potentially get more shots on net. And that one is one off to the side, but back up to the Iowa State defense. As he fakes it. What a fake. He just made him skate back to the bench. He was so embarrassed after that one. And the Cyclones look to regroup this one. And will skate it. It is offsides. What a fantastic deke. I mean, I've never seen anything really like that. Kind of fakes it. Made him just straight up fall. No stick, no nothing. He just fell for the good old fake pass. Good opportunity there. That forward has to feel quite embarrassed right now. And here's a outside the zone draw. And Central Oklahoma will win it. They look to push it in, and they do. And that one takes a funny bounce and is picked up by Penny. And here's an offensive zone draw for Central Oklahoma. They lose it, and they held into the corner. A little battle there. And the Cyclones look to take that one out. They aren't able to, and it's still picked up. Now it's picked up by a Cyclone player who would take it behind the net. Who'll hold on to it. Here comes the forecheck, though. And he pushes it back to the other side. And now the Cyclones are looking to dump that one out, and they can't get that one out. Great forecheck here by the Bronchos, and that one is officially all the way dumped down. And that one will be called for an icing. Another offensive draw opportunity for Central Oklahoma. And the Cyclones will win that one. Tries to chip it out. Held in by the Broncos. Chipped up. And almost held down, but it's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Takes a shot that hits a blocker, and that one went wide. That one's deflected. Great opportunity here. Spins around, no one there to make the pass to. And here comes the Cyclones back down the other way. Holds on to it and chips it. And the Bronchos look to break this one out. Held in, shot that goes wide into the corner. Good forecheck here by the Cyclones. And that one comes out for a brief moment, but is dumped right back in. And here comes the forecheck once more. Shot opportunity. Holds on to it. Held along the boards. Able to get it out. Looks for the man at the top. Walks with it. Waits for an open man. Dumps that into the corner instead. A good hit there. Turns the puck over. And the Cyclones look to get that one out. Takes the shot. Doesn't get all of it on it. And he's able to clear that one back down, but is picked up by Central Oklahoma's defense. That one's chipped up, and that will hit the netting. As we take a look back at the last ISU opportunity here. Kind of gloves that one down. Leads to a 2-on-1. Hits the blocker. Try to make a low blocker or pad save to pick up that rebound. But Henson does a good job at picking up that change and scooting it way out of harm's way. As here's an offensive draw that is lost by the Cyclones. And that one will come all the way out of the zone, and so now they have to regroup. They are back on side, and here comes the forecheck. And that one is chipped out. Puck bouncing a little bit, but here come the Cyclones. Tries to toe drag a little bit. And he loses it for a brief second. Back up to the top of the point, and that one goes wide. Picked up, tries to pass it to the middle. Can't get the pass all the way through. Shot, turnaround. Just gone wide across the net again. Here's a great forecheck opportunity by the Cyclones. And that one is just chipped out. And the Broncos have it in the offensive zone. Hits it off the back of the net. But didn't get much. So the Cyclones will pick it up and look to break this one out. And a shot that just misses. Kept in to the offensive zone. Takes one, hits the pad. Is saved by Henson, and that one will be chipped out. But picked up by the Cyclones again, who look to regroup. And we got a Central Oklahoma player down in the middle of the ice. Who looks very injured. Not quite sure what happened. As we look back at this opportunity here, kind of just gets kneed. Yeah, a little hip check there by a Cyclone player. Kind of gets him in the upper part of the leg, maybe the groin area. As for now, we have an injured Central Oklahoma player. So right now the benches are kind of chirping at each other. As the injured Broncho gets up, that is Sam Sykes. Looks to be moving around. That is great to see. Never love to see an injured player for either team. But both teams kind of jawing at each other. Central Oklahoma's not too happy about it. Cyclones looking to get back in this game. So they need a little bit of a spark, and that could have been a spark right there. As the refs look to talk this one over. Seems we actually have a power play for the Cyclones. Never mind. It is offsetting penalties, it looks like. We got Ethan Pagel for the Cyclones and Robbie Rebroker for the Broncos. We may just have 5-on-5 offsetting. We'll let the refs talk this one out. Let's see what we get. as the officials are still talking this one over. Lots of talking. Right now on the screen so far, all we see is a 5-minute for Pagel and a 2-minute for Rebroker. Not quite sure what these calls are or what is happening. They're still talking this through, but just for now, this is what we are seeing from up in the broadcasting booth. And it looks like coach is very upset over there. Cyclones coach. Believe. So Rebroker's gonna go to the box for 2 minutes cross-checking. Pagel's got a 5-minute for slashing. And it looks like it's going to be 4-on-4. So, with the 5-minute major, that means once the penalty expires for the Cyclones, and Central Oklahoma will have 3 minutes roughly, let's say, 3 minutes left on their power play. If they score, that power play does not expire. With the 5-minute major, the penalty is filled all the way through the 5 minutes. So, this could be a good opportunity for Central Oklahoma. So this could be a great opportunity for Central Oklahoma to score some extra defending goals if they wanted to within those 3 minutes. But for now, the Cyclones have 2 minutes of 4-on-4. Could they possibly score? We'll see. But this penalty situation will indeed favor Central Oklahoma. As the refs are still talking with the Iowa State head coach. And the draw is won by Central Oklahoma. And they look to just carry that puck down and hold on to it to break out. Gets that one through to the offensive zone, but it's picked up by an Iowa State defender who will carry that one through all the way into the offensive zone. Just puts on the brakes as Hender walks it up, fakes the pass, will finally pass it back, and is stuck along the boards, trying to fight for it, and he picks it back up. Holds onto it, goes back down the other way. Sits behind the net, puts on the brakes again, tries to find the open man, pass cannot connect. Now Central Oklahoma's turn to look to break it out. As that one wraps down to the boards, puts on the brakes to head back down the other way. He passes around the other defender. And they actually will break it out this time. And the puck that goes all the way down, chipped and stopped by Penny. And here comes Iowa State. Dumps that one down into the corner. Tries to pick it up, tries to go the other way, waits for his teammate, who gets there and gets through. Cyclones have it down below. Dumps it back down behind the net. Slams on the break, trying to dance around with it. Looks for the open man, passes it up to the top of the point. He just looks to get it down. Pass that goes out in front, nobody's there to pick that one up. Cyclones still have it. Takes a shot, and that's glove deflected. And the Cyclones still holding it in. 18 seconds left on the 4-on-4. As they're gonna hold on to it in the defensive zone. They look to break this one out as the penalty expires, and now Central Oklahoma's on the power play. Cyclones look to get a line change, and the Bronchos look to break this one out. As they will, through the middle of the ice. Dumps it back down in. Penny will pick it up behind the net. Dumps it around. Picked up by a Central Oklahoma player. Takes a shot that goes across the crease. Picked up by a defender. Goes to the top of the point. Takes a shot, and that one's deflected wide. And that would be kept in by a Broncho defenseman. He'll skate it low. Puts on the brakes at the top of the circle. Cycles it. Walks through the middle. Down to the other circle. Takes a one-timer that doesn't get all the way through. The tip out in front. Shot, and it's glove saved by Penny, but loses it. And that one is dumped out into the Central Oklahoma bench. Just a great little tip behind the back pass. Goes all the way through. No one's ready for it. A little one-timer. Penny's ready there to make the save. 2:05 remaining on this penalty kill for the Cyclones. 2:09 left in the period. So for the majority of the rest of this period, there will be a power play, and that one is shot off the netting. Pick it back up to the top of the point. Skates it down low to the circle. Back up to the point it goes, to the top of the circle. Across. Can't get all the way through, and the Cyclones get that one out. Henson will come out to play the puck. Holds onto it and finally passes it to his defender, who looks to break it out. And that one will go all the way down, icing waved. Bronchos pick that one up. Goes to the top of the point. That's kept in temporarily, and it's still kept in. Cyclones could not get that one out. Back down behind the net it goes. And that one is still kept in. Shot that goes wide. Cyclones looking to still break this one out. 1:06 left in the period. To the top of the point, to the circle. Takes a shot. That one takes a weird bounce that goes wide. 1 minute left. Goes cross. Cyclones playing the box. Bronchos trying to get something moving. Holds on to it. To the top of the circle. Passes it up to the point. Looks for the circle. There's nobody there. Now we got a one-on-one. Back down the other way. A little two-on-one. Takes a shot and is held on by Henson. Offensive draw here for the Cyclones as we take a look back. Henry kind of waits. Couldn't find the pass, so he just takes a shot on net, hoping for a lucky bounce for his forward to help. Now Trevor Slatt will take the draw. He wins it, loses it, but then gets it back, and a huge hit by Mahoney. And now here comes Central Oklahoma, takes a little tumble on himself. And the Cyclones are able to get it temporarily in their own end, but is turned back over. 14 seconds now left to go. Holds onto it, passes it back to the top of the circle. Takes a shot for the one-timer. He misses that one. And it goes through. Oh, a great opportunity, shoots. Mahoney is not able to score on a buzzer beater. And that is the end of the second period. 5-3 in favor of Central Oklahoma. We'll see you back after this intermission. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the third period as we are about to get started. Has been an eventful night so far. It's currently 3-5 in favor of Central Oklahoma. Cyclones looking to bounce back. They have outshot the Broncos 25-15 so far. They've done a great job at producing shots and getting shots out there. It's just a matter of executing them. And they got 20 minutes to tie this game up and to take the lead and the win as we are underway. As that one goes dumped down into the Cyclone zone, they look to regroup. Fans on that one. And it's a 2-on-1 battle that goes and rims around the other side. Back up to the point. That one's chipped in and tossed around a little bit, but it is eventually picked up by a Cyclone. 3-on-2, back down the other way. Takes a shot that goes wide. And that one is fight for along the boards, but is picked up by the Broncos defenseman. And that one is lost and picked up. Cyclones are able to get that one. And there's some fighting, looks like, along the glass right here. Not sure what happened, but it looks like some more trash talking and more fighting is looking like it's going on. And it looks like we have a Cyclones power play. Number 8, Mohamed Matt Russell is going to the box. Apologies. Matt Russell for Central Oklahoma going to the box. Cyclones have a power play here early in the third period. And that faceoff is won. And the offensive zone takes a shot that doesn't go all the way through. Looks for the pass. That one's blocked. Can't get it all the way out of the zone, though, and that will go to the top of the circle. Passes it up to the point. Takes a shot, and that's easily gloved. Henson drops it for a brief second, but picks it back up. Some more chirping going on behind the net. But nonetheless, it is a draw in the offensive zone for the Cyclones. Hender on the draw. This offensive power play unit consists of Hender, Kula, and Mahoney. As that draw exits the zone, is picked back up by the Cyclones, they look to carry it back in. Takes a shot that goes wide. Kula passes it up to the point. Up to the top, takes a one-timer that goes through, but misses the net. And that one will go out of the offensive zone. The Cyclones look to regroup. Makes a backhand pass for his defenseman. Able to pick that one up, completes the pass. Chips that one in and dumps it into the zone. And that would be offsides as it didn't make it all the way through. And that would go all the way down into the Cyclone end. 1:04 remaining on this power play. As Faniston will just hold on to it. Look to carry it out himself. Dumps that one into the corner. Takes a shot. That one was going to go wide, deflected, and up into the netting. Good chances here early for the Cyclones, especially on this power play. Looking to get anything going. They need the momentum. They need 2 goals to tie this game up. There's a great opportunity right now as Trevor Slatt will take the draw in the offensive zone. And he'll lose that one for a brief second. And then is picked back up along the boards, but is broken out by a Bronco. And here come the Broncos back down the other way. And he looks to just dump that one down back into his own end. And then they will just throw this back down into the Cyclone end. Anything to kill off this penalty for the Broncos. It is broken out by Chris Harley. Here come the Cyclones. Takes a shot that's blocked off the feet. Looks for another opportunity, and that one on the back door is not good. Passes it along the boards. Passes it back down behind the net. Tries to get it out in front. Not able to get a shot all the way through. Breakaway opportunity out of the box. He shoots, and it's saved by Penny. What a stop. Keep this a 2-goal deficit. Because now it looks like there's offsides. Right out of the box comes the Central Oklahoma player. Has a great chance. Great blocker save by Penny to keep his team in the game. They are not out of it yet. There's 16 minutes here to go in the third. Cyclones have a lot of the momentum right now. Just 2 quick shots, and they could be tied. Meanwhile, for Central Oklahoma, they're looking to bury this game and come back tomorrow to sweep the series. Cyclones look to break this one out. Can't get it all the way out. It is picked up by a Bronco. Shot, and that goes through, but misses wide. Back behind the net. Picked up by a Bronco. Tries to move it around. Shakes off the defender. And they fight for it down in the zone. And the puck is finally broken out by an Iowa State player, but goes back down to a Bronco. Tries to ring it up to the top of the point. He does. Shot that's deflected. Goes a little behind the leg pass to nobody. And the Cyclones are able to pick this one up. Walk it out. And chip back in. And Bronco, with a brief moment error, was able to get it into the Cyclone zone. Passes it to the middle. Nobody's there, but a Bronco comes in, and it's a glove save by Penny. And they score. Broncos will take a 6-3 lead. 5 minutes into the third. Sam Sykes strikes again. Just a weak shot. Penny not able to swallow that one up. Lets up a loose rebound. Easy goal for the Broncos. And that one's dumped back down into the Broncos zone. Sorry, Cyclone zone. The Broncos are on the offensive attack. Cyclones looking to get this one out. A good opportunity there as that one takes a shot. That one is picked up. Cyclones looking to get this one out, but aren't able to. Lays the body. Knock it down the Bronco player, and here come the Cyclones back down the other way. Hender will take it, and that one is deflected. Goes on net. Kicked away, though, by Henson. And here we go. One-on-one opportunity. He kind of waits, toe drags a little bit, takes a shot, and it's saved by Penny. Chip back out. And here they go. The Broncos look to hold on to it. And that was dumped back down into the Cyclone zone. Wrapped around, that one goes out in front, and is saved by Penny. And here's an opportunity now for the Cyclones. Fakes the slap shot, holds on to it, takes a shot, and that one goes off. And Henson's able to make the save. Now back down the other way, we got a 2-on-1. Makes the 2-on-1, is saved by Penny. What a save to prevent it from being a 7-3 game. The Broncos look to push it back down. Able to keep it in, but then broken out. And now they are forced to regroup in center ice. They dump it down into the Cyclone zone. pass. That one's just chipped down for the Cyclones to do something in the offensive end. But it is immediately broken back out by the Broncos. And it'll go down into the Cyclone end for an icing. 12:51 here to go in the third. Sorry about that. Third. Shots 26-22 in favor of the Cyclones. The score sheet says otherwise. It is 6-3, the score in favor of the Broncos. Recently scoring 15 minutes left in the third to get themselves a 3-goal lead. A goal is much needed right now for the Cyclones at any point to get themselves back into this game as they head back into the offensive zone. Waits for the trailing player, and he will make the save. Great opportunities all around for both teams. Cyclones just not able to bury all these opportunities. And Henson playing a hell of a game, keeping his team in it. Although having a weak save percentage of .861, it will significantly increase after tonight's game. As Cyclones take the draw and win it, shot goes wide. And now it's broken back out by the Broncos. He'll take a hit and turn it over to the Cyclones. A little deke there, looking to brink it out. Goes far pass, and we'll just chip that one in. Cyclones going for a change. No forecheck there, and now the Broncos are easily able to break that one out. He just chips it out, skates wide, waits for his teammate to pick it up, and he gets laid into the boards. And Cyclones able to move it out. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity, and he fans on that one. That was Hender. And the Broncos are just able to chip it out, and that is clear offsides. Whoa! And there's a chip to the head. Dirty, dirty play by Robbie Rebroker. Clear penalty just straight to the head after the whistle. There was no need for all of that, especially up 3. Now you're just costing your team a penalty. Not a good look. Not a good look at all if you are the Broncos. Dirty play, costing your team. Now the Cyclones have an advantage to get back into this game. Cyclones will win the draw, and he passes it down, and he'll lose control of it. Holds it along the boards. Broncos will wait for a second defender. Cyclones looking for their third to come out and help. Mahoney will pass it up to the top of the point, pass it over to Hender. To the top. Hender will hold on to it, passes it back. Takes a one-timer, that doesn't go all the way through. And that is great defending. And the Cyclones will be forced to regroup in their own end. Ben Faniston will hold on to it, looks for the open man to pass it to. His pass is tipped and kept into the zone. Good forecheck here by the Broncos to kill off this penalty. And that puck just goes out and is turned back over again. And here comes Michael McCarron. Loses it. Another turnover, and here comes Faniston. 3-on-2. Waits for his... and a good back check stops the shot from going through. Pass out in front. There's nobody there. And another easy clear for the Broncos. And here's a good breakout. That is just turned back over and dumped back down for Iowa State to regroup. Passes it, misses it, actually connects and just dumps it down. That one is kept in briefly. 10 seconds left on the penalty. And we are almost back at full strength. And that one goes out. Nobody's there. Takes a slap shot, and the good save by Penny. He is thrown into the boards and is wrapped around. Broncos look to keep this one in. Cyclones look to get it out. Shot that rings off the post and goes out. And they're able to get this one out, break it out through the middle of the ice. Just comes in with some speed, takes a shot, goes off the low pad. And a good break out here by the Broncos. They got a little 2-on-2, skates wide. And that one goes off the pad. Would have been a good opportunity if there was a trailing offenseman. But wasn't. And another mishap by the defense. Turns it back over, and Penny will hold on to that one. With 8:47 left to go here in the third. Great chances the past few minutes again for both sides. The energy kind of died down for a little bit, and then both teams getting good scoring opportunities. Broncos having a little bit more opportunities than the Cyclones. But 8 minutes left, and that one just goes wide. And they go to, oh, wow, what a hip check there. He's a little shaken up. And potentially another injured Bronco, but here comes the Cyclones on a 3-on-2. Gets that one in front. And is wrapped around, but is picked up by the Broncos as they chip that one wide. And he misses the puck and looks for the open man. He'll just chip that one down. Broncos look to get it out of their end. Forecheck arrives for the Cyclones. They're able to get possession of it now. Skates behind the net. Poked away. Kept in at the line. And is broken out. And Hender will have to hold the line and regroup. First team to get on sides. And now he's got some speed. Loses the puck though. And that one is chipped in all the way. And Henson will get control of the puck. Will pass it out. All the way down. Iowa State will pick it up. Chips it out to his winger. Looks to go wide. Misses the pass, but it's into the Broncos zone now. And he holds on to it, trying to look for an open man. Finally gets someone to come, passes it to the middle of the ice, and nobody's there, so that one's chipped out. There's no ice. Cyclones will hold on to it. Is now able to make a pass. And here we go. Great opportunity, fakes it, shot. That one's held in. And it does not go. And now there's some extracurriculars going on. So pushing and shoving after the whistle, but what a great opportunity that would have been for the Cyclones. Puck was loose. Just not able to get it all the way through. Nice little deke right there. Get it to the backhand, forehand. Just not able to push that in all the way. Net comes loose. Whistle's blown. The Cyclones don't score. Frank Kula will take the draw. And the Broncos will have it, but then losing a shot. And now it is going to be taken out by the Broncos. And that is picked off by the Cyclones as they just chip it back. And now it will be held on by a Bronco. 6 minutes away for Central Oklahoma's 4th win of the season. But the Cyclones have time to come back. This game is not over. It is held onto by the Cyclones defense. He'll just pass it out. chipped up, hand down. And Broncos will just dump that in. Penny will push that off behind the net. Chip back down to his defenseman. Kind of makes a move, and it goes through. Taken out by Iowa State. The Cyclones look to keep it in to the offensive zone, throws it right to the middle to a Bronco. And now here comes back Central Oklahoma. Good tip, or almost a tip opportunity there. Doesn't connect. And now they're able to keep it in temporarily and then get it out, but then dumps it back in. And now the Cyclones have it. Central Oklahoma will pick it up. It is turned over back. Cyclones look to keep the forecheck alive. It is held in. And the Cyclones look to keep it in. It is picked back up by a Bronco. Cyclones look to make the hit. That one's wrapped around and is held in by the Cyclones, by the Broncos. Along the boards, he takes the hit, and now is broken up. And that one's just chipped in for Henson to pick up, and he'll hold on to it. And there's some chirping going on after the play. A little roughing down into the last 5 minutes of this game. Iowa State has to give it everything they got to come back. You got around 5 minutes. Score 3 goals. At some point, you got to think about when are you going to pull Penny to get that 6th attacker out there? Or is it even worth pulling out that 6th attacker based on how strong this Bronco offense is? And that draw is lost by the Cyclones, but picked back up briefly. And the Cyclones will get it out, and then we'll just dump it back in. Henson will go to play the puck, and they look to break it out, and they are. And now go all the way down the ice. And the Broncos will be able to be the first man on the puck. Cyclones look to pick it up. Lots of falling bodies everywhere. Now the Broncos. Cyclones have the puck now. They look to chip it out, and they do. Looks for a man in the open ice, takes a shot, and it's a glove save by Henson. So we take a look back at this opportunity right there. Good pass and a great shot. Just not able to execute much. Another offensive draw, though, for the Cyclones. The time is dwindling. What do they have left in the tank? And the Broncos are able to chip this one out to a Bronco on the other side. Takes a shot. Penny doesn't know where it is, and it goes out to the corner. Back up to the point, and it is picked up by a Cyclone who just chips it all the way back down the end of the ice for Henson to hold. As Penny is looking towards the bench, he's wondering when he's going to come. It's only a matter of time before he heads to the bench to get that 6th attacker out there for the Cyclones. And the faceoff is won. Shot is deflected. And it's up to the point. That one goes through. Just not all the way through. Whiffed on pass, and that one's chipped out for the Cyclones to regroup. Carrying some speed, a little dangle, tripping, and there will be a call as Penny will head to the bench. And another call that could have been there. And now the Cyclones will head to the power play with 2:54 remaining here in the third. We got Dylan Hender taking the draw. Mahoney and Kula out there, along with Faniston and Mulcairn. That is your power play unit for the Cyclones. Also watch for a 6 attacker, and yes, here comes Pinney. He heads to the bench, chips that one out, and that will go all the way down. No icing since it is a power play. 6 attackers. This is a 6-on-4. And as a block pass, not what they were looking for. And Hender will look to regroup as he looks to carry it through himself, and he does. Tries to make the pass, and he will. Mulcairn takes the shot. That one goes wide. Is it held in by Faniston? No. He has to regroup. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. And that one is chipped all the way back down. And so the Cyclones get a new unit out there. As he will make the pass. Gets tripped up. And they look to break it out now. Down with some speed. Throws it around to the other side. 20 seconds left on this power play. Tries to dance with it, loses it. Shot that goes all the way down, and they will score. 7-3, shorthanded goal for the Broncos, and that will seal this game up. And that might be number 25, Connor Holman, who will score that empty netter. Cyclones just trying to do too much in front of the net. They lose it, turn it over, and now it's a shorthanded empty net goal for the Broncos. 1 minute left in this game. And loses control of that one, but is able to pick it back up. Walks with it to the top of the point. Walks it up to the circle, goes across the ice. Able to keep it. Holds onto it, passes it back to his offenseman behind the net. Fans on it, passes it back to the top of the point. He's tangled up, and they're able to keep that one in. And as a semi is picked up by Pinney, as he just looks to pass that one the other way. As there's 18 seconds now left here in the third. They go to make a stretch pass, so skates it. And tries to do something in the dying seconds here in the third. One last opportunity for the Cyclones, maybe. No. And that will do it. Central Oklahoma Broncos take this first game 7-3 on Halloween. We will be back tomorrow night for game 2 in Ames.